Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Mentally a Badass. My name is Justine, and today I have a very special guest. I have my boyfriend named Regan, and we are going to be talking about how music saves lives. So, essentially, you're going to talk about mental health and music. So, Regan, who is brought up in Everett, Washington, near Seattle, which is known for their music and concerts and all of that jazz. Not literally jazz. Are they known for jazz?
There's
Do they have some jazz?
There's some jazz bands, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, well, welcome, Regan. Welcome back to the podcast because you were in season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah, we were talking about how his experience in foster care. So if you do want to listen to that, it is in season 1. Okie dokie. So let's talk about the importance of music and mental health. So let's start with just a scientific fact. And a scientific fact is that people need to listen to music to feel like it's really good. It really impacts their mood. Whatever you listen to actually does give you the mood that is like being like portrayed in the actual song itself. Also, when people say to dance it out, and that means to get some endorphins in there and some serotonin. So music is actually a really amazing for mental health. I mean, they even have music therapy. So let me hear your thoughts on it, Regan.
Yeah, no, I absolutely 100% agree that music impacts mental health. It can be for positive and sometimes negative, because if you listen to a really depressing song on repeat all day, you are going to be depressed.
True.
But if you listen to upbeat music, if you happier music, like you said, endorphins, that will activate in your brain and really improve your mood, or just stabilize it, or put you in just a trance.
I also do want to open up a conversation. For me personally, sometimes, I mean, you know this obviously because we're dating, but for some reason when I listen to some
dating, what?
But for some reason, sometimes when I listen to sad music, it like helps me out. And my thought is that, you know, sometimes when people have a hard time expressing their emotions, and I'm a big believer that you need to express every single emotion that you have. If you bottle it up, it can cause some serious issues and mental breakdowns. So I personally like to listen to some sad music when I'm just going through it, and it truly helps. So I think that a lot of people just have different opinions about that. I mean, what's your opinion on that?
So opinion on that is, I think that listening to depressing and sad music is good, but the constant listening to that, the constant of putting yourself in that.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're keeping yourself in that loop. So let's say you go through a breakup, and it's normal for like the first couple of days to be at your lowest, and you listen to that sad breakup music, but then you just keep doing it for like a month. Like that's, I guess, what you're saying,
yeah,
right?
No, exactly. So what I'm saying is, yeah, listening to sad music is good, and it will help you feel that emotion, but just keeping that up will not help you.
Yeah, being consistent with it.
Yeah.
You know what I was listening to all day today while working?
Miss Barrett?
No. Well, yeah, I was supposed to listen to her part of the day. But
I know you will.
But I was mostly listening to Jaded. And then just casually, I'm just like doing my work on my laptop. And all of a sudden I hear, I pray to God, let me die in my sleep. I pray to God.
Yeah, that's... See,
I'm telling you, I have a weird work environment.
Lots of his music is more not depressing, but dark.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just like into that dark music or whatever. I mean, actually, the song "Pray" is actually, it's depressing in the beginning, yeah. But it's actually a positive like outcome of the song. It's not like, yeah, it's actually really good. But it was just, you know, Spotify's just shuffling, and I'm just casually, you know, working on a client's account, and all of a sudden I'm just like hearing like sad music, and I just let it go. I'm like, yeah, keep going. Yeah. I have a weird working environment. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just all like that. So let's move on to you here. What age did music start influencing you?
Ooh. So I've grown up listening to music. I grew up a conservative Christian, so it was always a bunch of Christian music being played in the household. But I would say by the time I turned 16, that's when like I realized how much music can affect me and stuff, and that's actually like the age that I met the band that saved my life. So I'd say
Yeah, let's talk about them actually.
Yeah. So they're a band name. They're a local Seattle band. So if you're not from like this specific era,
area. You said
era, area and era, because they're technically still together, but they no longer play shows.
Mm-hmm.
So like the last time they played a show was about like 10 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Or not 10 years ago, like 6 years ago. Something
yeah, because I remember that. Oh, they announced they were back together when you were like going away to school.
Yeah, but then they only played a couple shows, and then they had like the 6 years ago they had their 10-year reunion show.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So their name is Moneta, and they literally changed my life completely just off of the lyrics from some of their songs, and just I became actual friends with them. To the point where, like, one of the bass players that came later on is like, he's one of my greatest friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was the lyrics that saved your life?
So I actually have them tattooed on my body, on my arm. It says, "Don't give up, never give up."
I'm glad you didn't give up.
Me too. Yeah. They came into my life at a time when I was extremely, extremely depressed and wanted to die. So,
aww.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you don't feel like that. So, what other bands are you into?
Well, as you know, and now the audience is gonna know, we went to the When We Were Young festival in Vegas. That festival was
awesome. By the way, if you're still thinking it's sketch, it's not. It was great. We had a great time.
It was incredible. So the bands that I like are a huge range, because it can go from things like, Pierce the Veil, which is like a screamo band, to like, I like All American Rejects, like it's a huge range of that. So like I like all genres. I used to say that like I didn't like rap and country, but now like I don't listen to them as much, but have a respect for it.
Yeah, I get that. The only time I really like country is that it's when I go to like a country bar and I'm doing like line dancing. I like country.
Yeah, exactly. There's a time. Yeah. There's a time for country.
Word, I get that. We should totally go to, where is it? We should go to Nashville, Tennessee, just to experience it.
Let's go. So bands would be like Pierce the Veil, and Nessa Barrett. You got me into her. What is it? Nothing Nowhere. That is my favorite artist. She got me a record, a vinyl of them, and that's where we went to our first concert together, was Nothing Nowhere.
Yeah, and then we got COVID.
Yeah, we got COVID.
Every time I think of that band, I'm like, COVID.
Concert was like...
Yeah, it was fun.
Was up until the When We Were Young Fest, that was by far the best concert I've been to ever.
Oh my god, it was so much fun.
It was.
So many good memories. I totally may or may not do it again. Right now they're sold out for next year, but honestly, let's get real. They're probably gonna have like last minute tickets. But we'll see if we're gonna go next year. Yeah. So, what is your favorite genre? Is it how I pronounce it?
Genre, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, pop punk emo.
You're so emo.
I know.
Okay. What's your least favorite? Is it country?
Yeah, country, I would say. But it's, I don't hate it. Like I said, I don't hate it.
Just your least favorite on your spectrum, yeah.
It's not something that I will like go out of my way to listen to, but if it comes up, I won't be like, ew. I'll just be like, oh, all right, cool.
So, if you didn't grow up near Seattle, Washington, do you think that you would have the same love for music as you do now?
I think I still would like music, but I don't know if I would be... I think since I grew up in like the area that people might get mad about this, but the area where punk rock originated from.
Was it?
You got bands like Pearl Jam, Nirvana.
Oh yeah, no. Everyone knows Nirvana.
Yeah, everyone
Even
knows
like
Nirvana.
If people don't listen to Nirvana, you're still seeing people with a shirt like that says Nirvana.
No, it's just like we got
which is kind of weird in my opinion. It's like, if you ever listen to the band, why are you wearing their merch?
Because it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I listen to Nirvana.
Yeah. But then Heart as well, like a bunch of bands like originated from this area. Another fun fact, like Bob Marley was from this area.
You know we got
too.
from. Do you know who we got from New Jersey?
Who?
The Jonas Brothers.
You guys got other people too. But
wait, did We the Kings originate from Florida?
Yeah, that's where lots of them live. Yeah.
Did they originate from there?
I think so. I don't know for sure.
Oh.
I don't want to say yes, but I'm
I
pretty
know.
sure. But yeah, no, but we're from California. One of those two. Florida or California.
Florida or California.
They're kind of the same.
Not really. Not in the political sense of it,
True.
but they both have palm trees and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah. I mean,
they're warm.
Oh yeah, they're both warm. True.
Yeah. But yeah, it all depends, because since I was going to like the legendary Showbox Market, like that's where I was going to shows where all these pop punk rock bands played. I was surrounded by that genre, so that's the genre that
Makes sense.
fell in love with.
And honestly, I noticed here, so, I mean, if people have been listening to me for a while, they already know my background. But if you don't, I grew up in New Jersey and I currently reside in Florida. I listen to similar music that he has. And I feel like here, everybody listens to, like, the same type of, like, music. But I feel like when I grew up in New Jersey, people were, like, looking at me so weird with the kind of music I would listen to. They're like, oh, wow, you're so, like, emo, and they like look down on you. I mean, I had my group of friends that listened to the same music, and then we bonded and we were a group, but we were like the emo kids, it was like a cliquey thing. Well, I feel like here in Washington, it's like everybody's like that. You know what I mean?
But when I was in middle school and high school and everything like that, like the people I went to school with, like a few of them like the same music, but it's just now that like more people my age that I went to school with and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I go to Showbox and I'd go to El Corazon, two legendary places in Seattle, and there'd be people my age there, but they'd be people from different areas.
Oh, that's so interesting though.
But when I was in school and stuff, like I'd be like the kid.
But I feel like
that, but like no.
I feel like if I go back to Jersey, I feel like I still wouldn't find the people like that. Like it's just, I mean, I guess like New York, yeah, but I also feel like. And I think we're going to talk about this later on, but we can talk about it now. And how I really feel like depends where you live has a lot to do on like your influence on music and stuff. At least back in the day. Now I feel like with social media, like people discover new music so easily these days now.
Agreed.
It's not like we depend on like the TV or the radio. The radio when we were listening when we were kids and whatever, it was like the radio we depended on.
Exactly.
And the radio was really curated to like your area.
Yeah.
So like growing up, I listened to Z100, which I probably have no idea what that is.
Nope. I was still 106.1 Kiss FM.
Yeah. Wait, actually, that sounds familiar, that station.
And
106.1?
Yeah. Kiss 106.1.
Actually, I feel like that sounds similar, but I'm sure it's... But I do know, like, when we were in your car, it's always here, like, Seattle Alternative.
Yeah, that's 107.7.
Yeah, no, we had 103.5 Z100, and that was, like, the trendy station. And it was, like, based out of New York. Because, like, since I grew up, like, 20 minutes from New York, we get all, like, the New York City stations.
Nice.
So we got, like, Z100 was, like... the trendy station. And what's really funny is that since it's such a different world these days, and we have Spotify and everything like that and Pandora. I'm a Spotify girl.
And just TikTok.
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like people will come into my, let's say like an older generation or people from like New Jersey, I don't know, whatever, will come into my car and they're like, oh, what's the good station around here? Like the radio station. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never like turned on the radio in Florida.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know what kind of stations are here. Like, I don't care because why would you want to listen to a radio station that has commercials? Like, I'd rather pay my like $10 a month for Spotify with like no commercials, curated music to my needs, and I can listen to Nessa Barrett on replay every 2 seconds. By the way, Nessa Barrett, if you're hearing this, I love you. Which she's probably not.
Yeah. but you did mention just the area that you grew up in. It's just like you said before, like, oh, you want to go to Nashville. Like if you're from Nashville, like you're in the heart of country. Like that is
I just want to go there.
That is the heart of country.
Oh, 100%.
And you have some like like there's other people that go down and play their music and stuff, but it's just like that's where like lots of records are made, like
True.
like legendary records. Like another one of my favorite bands of all time that doesn't go with what my normal genre is Fleetwood Mac.
Who?
Fleetwood Mac.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, I guess I listen.
I need to show you them. Okay.
Yeah. Let's also talk about. I feel like I just realized another person who, they're not a band, but their music is so good for like mental health, and it's NF.
Oh, I love NF.
I haven't heard about him in so long.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Search is such a good.
I miss, like, I don't know what happened with him. Like, I haven't heard from him in a while.
I think he's recording.
I guess he's preparing his next album or whatever. I haven't heard anything about him lately, and it just makes. I was supposed to go to an NF concert, by the way.
Oof.
I got tickets and everything, but they got canceled because that's when the pandemic happened. So it got it's canceled, first postponed and then canceled, and I was like, oh.
I remember with NF, like I hadn't heard him before because he's kind of similar to Nothing Nowhere, because Nothing Nowhere does like the rap and singing and stuff like that, and NF did that, so I got introduced to NF, and I was just like, all right, this is good, and then I forgot about him, and then you mentioned him again, and I was like,
he's great.
I remember
I would totally love to see him in concert.
Now. Oh yeah,
we should totally listen to him after this, by the way.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So we're talking a lot about music and about bands and what you're into, and the impact of music with mental health and such like that, and the band that saved you. Would you ever make your own music? That's the real question here.
Yes, I would love to. As you know, I've written some songs, lyrics, but
about me, by the way.
About you and about other things in life too.
And me.
But you, you love songs, yeah.
People are probably cringing right now at this podcast, like, oh my god, stop.
But I'd love to. I just want to learn more about the industry and then learn more about like just how to play instruments and stuff, because I'd love to like record like some songs, just me by myself, not in the studio or anything.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a way to start out, because it's, first of all, studio time's expensive.
Yeah.
So it's not like we have that budget right now. I mean, you can literally record a song with this mic that we're using right now.
Yeah.
Have you made friends because of music?
Oh,
because of music.
100.
So let's talk about that.
1,000,000%. Absolutely made friends because of music. Like, just once I got introduced to the band that eventually ended up saving my life, like, I was literally at a concert every week or every other week.
Mm-hmm.
And then that really made me meet people, because all the same people would go to the same concerts. So like to this day I still have like that group of, when I go to a concert, I'm like, hey everyone, and we're all like, yeah. And it's crazy because lots of them, like, I'd meet them in the mosh pit when I was like 16 years old, and some of them were like already 21 and stuff. So now that I'm actually like going into the bars with them, they're always just like, I remember when you were 16 years old, Regan. Oh, this is so weird. This is so weird.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Like, being able to, like, the bass player of Moneta, his name's Ben, and everything, and I go to like his...
Is that the Ben that I know?
Yes, Ben and Randy. Yeah, yeah. So they
still yet to have to meet Ben.
Yeah, you'll meet them on New Year's Eve at their house party that I get invited to now because I'm 21.
You're almost 31.
I know. I know. Oh, don't remind me. But it's just like, that's like, I've known Ben since he came to Moneta later. I've known Ben since I was 19 years old.
So that's how you met him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because he was in a band before that too, and everything. So
is he still in a band?
Moneta technically is still together.
Okay, so he's part of that band.
Yeah. So yeah, I've known him since I was 19 years old. I have a friend who actually just moved to Everett last year and just had a kid. Like, I've known her since I was 16 years old. Like, it's insane. Like, the amount of people, like, I'm still friends with, and then not just like, oh yeah, I talk to them every once in a while and say hi. It's like, no, like we still have in-depth conversations and are still part of each other's lives. And that's
so you would
15 years later.
That music builds community, and community equals good mental health.
Absolutely, 100%. Everyone needs community.
Yeah, I strongly believe in that, and I'm going to give another opinion, which probably is controversial, but I feel, I don't know about controversial, but people won't agree with me. I don't like when people say that they're fine with being completely alone, like completely solitude. They don't need friends. They don't need nothing. They just want to be alone. I don't believe in that because humans are...
You mean I can't get a cabin in Montana?
No, I'm not adding you. No, I'm just like... I mean, I just feel like humans need connection in life, and I don't understand how people are just fine with just like in solitude and being alone. Like, I feel like people will go crazy, and I think that's just a science thing too, a science backing on that.
No, there is absolutely, because if you have newborns, if they are not like hugged, if they are not loved on, they have a chance of dying.
Sounds like you.
Do
they really?
Yes. No, it's scientifically been proven.
Oh.
They like tested. Like they tested. Like,
they tested on an actual
they
baby.
They didn't actually let the baby die, but they tested just like showing a kid just get love from like having like robot arms and stuff, like touching it and stuff, and it not having but like a mother's touch, like helped it.
That is so interesting.
Yeah. So actual being in community, and it said that like this thing that I did in high school, it's called Challenge Day. They did a thing where it's just like 5 hugs a day could save a life. Like,
I do not get 5 hugs a day. I mean, I do now because we're here, but like typically I don't normally hug people 5 times a day.
Yeah, but they said like 5 hugs a day could like boost someone's mood.
No, it's true. I feel like when I do hug people, it definitely helps a lot. And I remember like back in high school, like there was like certain people that had like the best hugs. And I would always be like aiming for them. Be like, I need you in my life. Like there's just certain hug. And it's true. Maybe because I had like no serotonin in like high school, but you're giving me a little hug now.
Yeah.
Very, very radical of you.
Tubular.
Oh my god. So, what would you do if for some reason there's no music ever again in this world?
Like starting now, no music?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be bored. Literally, life would be so boring.
I know.
I love you. I love spending time with you, but without like, and like spending time with you is amazing. But just like, I listen to music while I'm working. I listen to music while I'm like on the bus, while I'm going on a walk. Like, if it's just
I listen to music when I work, and it just
yeah, exactly. Like if it was just dead silence at those times, then it'd just be like, what is life?
What is life?
What is life?
Yeah. There's some people that I literally know that don't listen to music.
It's so weird.
I mean, I'm sure they've listened to music, obviously, but
they don't have that connection to it like we do.
I guess they don't. Probably because we're sad people. Well, I feel like probably just because emotional people are more connected to music. Like, I feel like everybody likes music, everybody listens to music, but I notice that, like, I'm a kind of person, and even Spotify tells me that in my Spotify wrap-up, that I'm all about finding new music. Yeah. Like, I'm all about finding the next big thing or whatever, and I think it's just because I like trying new things. Like, I'm going to mention that Ava Grace person I found on TikTok, that I feel that she deserves so much more exposure. I'm like literally seeing like how her exposure isn't as high, and I'm like, her music's so good. And I'm like, what? But I mean, like, I'm hoping that she gets somewhere. But her music she makes it all by herself in like her studio and her house, and it sounds so professional. It's so good. So it just shows that like anyone can literally make music these days, which is great. Yeah. So much competition though. But even if someone doesn't become famous or this and that, like, it's still good project, it's still good art, and music is art. And yeah, I would love to make music one day. That'd be nice, but I can't sing for my life.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Yeah,
You never even heard me sing.
Yeah, we
I
sing
joke
together.
around.
Yeah,
I don't like
but
sing.
It's still good.
No.
Yeah.
I used to sing in the choir in high school, and yeah, that was probably.
Me too.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone has been in chorus listening to this. Probably because because I feel like people who choose chorus at least either wants an easy A or likes music and the arts and stuff like that. And I feel like they deserve more funding.
Oh,
100%. I wonder if it's still bad.
Well, that needs more funding, but just also schools need more funding and teachers need to be paid more.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. But yeah, no, I feel like without music, there would definitely be no world. It would be a sad, cold world.
Music saves lives.
No, it truly does. And creates great tattoos and everything like that. So another thing I like to talk about music-wise is lofi beats.
Lofi beats.
You know what that is?
No.
No. You don't know what that is?
No.
Scandalous. Okay, it's not scandalous, but lofi beats. You never listened to lofi beats? Not even when you were in school?
Maybe doesn't ring a bell.
Lofi beats is like music that we have to have headphones on for it to work, but it's like music that really like stimulates the brain.
Oh, okay, yep, okay.
And it helps you focus.
Yep, right. When you
So
said that,
I would always listen to lofi beats Spotify playlist anytime I'm like needing to focus because I struggle with ADHD. So that's another thing too. Lofi beats is great for people with ADHD. Like if you're trying to focus on a project or something, lofi beats is it, and Spotify has all the playlists for it.
Okay.
And literally just put in like your earbuds. Especially if you have really good headphones, the better the headphones, the better the quality, obviously. You literally go into your own world and you're so focused.
Nice.
It's amazing. It's the best safe way to be focused, if you know what I mean. That's literally how I got through college. Lofi beats. Like, right. And I do it sometimes when I'm like working. If my brain is like not cooperating with me and I'm like my head's all over the place, I'm like, okay, time for lofi beats, and it just blocks out everything, and then you're just so focused, and you can get like a task done without being distracted. It's so awesome. It's like magic.
I just listen to when I'm feeling like that, when you don't have to pay attention, I just listen to instrumentals. That
helps too. Yeah, but lofi beats is better.
All right.
Yeah, so that's another thing too. Like music helps focus. It helps you make you happy. It helps you release emotions. So I think that's really the takeaway of this is to listen to more music.
Absolutely, 100%.
And I chose to have Regan on here because
I love music.
Well, not just that because of that, because he's literally like music is his life. So yeah, I thought he was a good guest to be on here.
Yeah.
Also, it's convenient. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Because I'm right here.
Because you're right here, right? Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. So thanks for listening to this episode. Thank you, Regan, for coming on again.
Course.
By the way, this is the third time. Second one never got uploaded because we lost the file.
Yay.
This is the third time. I'm sure he'll be in more episodes down the road. But yeah, thank you for being on here.
Help me, I'm being held hostage. She's Yeah, of course. I'm happy to be on here. I'm happy to spread positivity and love to everyone.
Yeah. So I'll put his Instagram below if you want to in the description if you want to follow him. Also, make sure to follow Mentally a Badass Instagram. We are posting very consistently on there, 6 days a week. And we have some really good content on there. And we got some other things coming our way when it comes to the Mentally a Badass brand. So there's so much. So make sure to follow the Instagram to keep up with that. And I hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you're listening to this. And I hope that... What are you going to say, Regan?
Yeah, I'm just going to say, and continue to listen to music, everyone, and continue letting it shape and change your life.
Radical.
Tubular.